So we finally dropped in the 1J. As you can see, it's obviously not done yet. I have clearance issues. I'm pretty sure my radiator won't fit because it's a really fat radiator. This pipe, I didn't want it running this way or anywhere over here because I want to leave that strictly for the intake, which I ordered a adapter 2.5 or 2.75, something like that, to 45-degree angle, so hopefully it clears. This thing pushes, luckily, so I'll be able to clear that, hopefully, and then my filter will sit right there. We haven't dropped in the transmission yet, so I'm gonna do that a little later. Figured it would be easier to put them in separate. It's easier to take them out separately. The intercooler piping, it's trying to get this pipe to reach here. Need a different pipe for that because this pipe came a little too short, unless I cut this pipe, but I don't want to because it's kind of a unique kind of shape to it. So there's that. As for the cold side of the intercooler, I know that's not really done yet because once the transmission is dropped in, the engine will push itself up. See, it's running pretty wild down there. Power steering reservoir goes here. I need to get an adapter that goes in here. If anyone's doing a 2JZ GTE VVTI, I've noticed that they have a different bolt to it. It has like some big sensor on it. So we were experimenting with one of my friends who's doing the 2JZ VVTI swap, and we found out that the NA non-VVTI has a bolt similar to this one. So if you were interested in that, you can get that from the NA 2JZ non-VVTI if you buy the one with that sensor on it. My exhaust, I need to have this downpipe chopped off, which I can do that later on. Going to this full 3-inch to a Greddy muffler, which I don't really care about cleaning it, to my R154 transmission, which I will be running. It already has the JZ bell housing, so that's a good thing. My starter, clutch, my O2 sensor, so yeah, finally dropped it in. So that's was the main concern, just figuring out the little tweaks here and there. And I was reading up that the ETCSI is actually a little bit harder to work with, but we made it work because we pulled this engine out of an 87 Supra, which is the same thing. Mine's an 88, it's an 87. So as for the car this engine came out of, I have no idea. I heard it was JZX 110, but then I also heard a different chassis code, which I forgot. It was like JZZ something, I don't know. Startup video coming hopefully pretty soon. The radiator I'm going to be running is this one. It's kind of old. I've had it since I got the car. As you can see, it's really fat. Trying to zoom into the turbo here. but I can't really get the good angle for it. You can see inside of it, but the fan's kind of in the way from the proper angle to see in there. The intake pipe that I'm going to run, it will consist of getting this to work. I know a couple people, when they put it on, they don't even use this, or they get like an aftermarket catch can or something, which I do have. I have one. So I'm just gonna run this thing. Hopefully this guy will fit. It already has it. And I have it around here somewhere. See up to where my elbow that I ordered fits up to. Once that shows up, if it doesn't, then I probably have to just get rid of this elbow. I'm not too sure. I hope I don't have to. Probably cut it a little bit more if necessary. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to make a video of the 1JZ actually in the car, finally. Alright.